Hello everyone and welcome to Jasmine Hall Dance at Home. Please make sure before starting the following exercise that you have warmed up using the attached warm-up video. Please make sure you are also familiar with the health and safety points in the poster which is attached to this project and also available on my Facebook and Instagram page. Please make sure you also have any visual aids, any posters or PDFs that I have given to you for this particular exercise and have them to hand throughout. We are now going to go on to the exercise instructions and I hope you all have a really great time. Thank you. This video's exercise is called Moving with Feathers. So this week's activities are going to be all based around moving with the prop feathers. Now, you may have some of these lying around at home or you may have them as part of your arts and crafts, but they can also be used as a dance prop, which is really exciting. And I use these a lot in my sessions as they're so versatile. If you don't have any feathers laying around your house, that's absolutely fine. What you can do is you can use anything that's lightweight and small, roughly around the size of a feather. And I would probably recommend just a torn up piece of paper. So just something really simple. You can use colourful paper to really enhance your experience, or just a small torn lightweight piece of paper. So the feathers I'm going to be using today are my very colourful arts and crafts feathers. So I've got some pinks, some yellows, some greens, oranges, reds, all sorts of colours. Some exercise might only need one, some exercises might need more than one, but just use what you have around the house. And also just to demonstrate, this is the piece of paper that I was saying that you could use. You can even take the time to decorate it if you want to, as it kind of gives the same aesthetic as the feather and also acts a lot like the feather when we blow it around, when we throw and when we catch. So definitely using pieces of paper would be really helpful. I'm splitting this video up into 5 sections, which are going to be the 5 activities that I'm going to suggest that you can do. Now, any of these activities may not be suited to you or you may not feel comfortable doing those. These are purely suggestions and ways that you can get moving. You don't have to do anything you feel uncomfortable with. So the first one is going to be looking at sensory touch. Now, feathers are so soft and tickly and really lightweight, and it might be a nice idea to start off the activity by just asking the participant, or discussing in your groups, sort of asking what kind of words come up from this. So when you're touching the feather, so using keywords like soft, lightweight, tickly, anything that you find that is pertinent to you. So what I'd like you to do is, once you've discussed kind of the words or thought about how it feels, is just to simply take the feather and just use it to tickle up and down your skin. So we're just given light strokes. Often we find that when we touch our own body or other people's bodies, it's really purely functional, even sometimes medicinal. And actually just having this extra sensory prop can really promote calmness in the body and can just be a really nice experience. And I'd like you you could take it all over the body, on your face. You can have a little bit of fun with it and tickle. You can take it down to your legs. Take it down to your legs, your hips, your stomach, your back. And you can really have that soft stroke. Now, if you're working in a group or in partners, whoever you might be with in the house, what you can do is you could have one person with the feather and the other person, you can then stroke them if you can't do it on your own. And then you can swap over and then do it with the other person, whatever you feel like doing. And especially when working in the partners, it's a really good way to strengthen bonding between you in a relationship. Whether that be mother-child or carer, father-child, auntie, uncle, whoever. It's just a really nice way to create that bond and really have that lovely sensory experience just by using a feather. So exercise number 2 is called blow and catch. So it might be kind of easy to know what it is in the title, but what we're going to do is we're going to take our feather and we are going to blow it and catch it. And catch it. So you can do this on your own. So you can sit and you can blow and catch the feather on your own. You can do it between two people. So someone might blow the feather and the other person might catch it. And I'm going to just give you a little demonstration of other things you can do while you're using this exercise. So what's really great about this exercise is that you can do it standing, seated, you can have a mix. You could be lying down on the floor, you could be moving on the floor, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And when you're blowing and catching the feather, you can catch it with your hand. You can catch it with different body parts. You could even try catching it with your foot, your shoulder, even your head. And especially when you're blowing and catching between other people, one person can blow it and then the other person can come in and catch it. You can try and see how many different moves you can do in between throwing and blowing and catching it. You might want to add in a turn and catch it. You might even want to try and see how high you can blow it as well. And then let it fall and see if you can balance it on different parts of your skin. So that's a really great exercise to do in partners, in small groups, as well as yourself. It's just a really good fun opportunity to get moving. And also the colour, the shape, the feeling is really promoting that sensory experience. Again, this next exercise, which is exercise number 3 on your poster, is to have a feather race. Now, you can get as many people as you like involved in this. I guess the more people, the better. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a race with your feather along the floor is where I would go first. But if you're unable to get down to the floor, so if you're in a chair, you can use any long kind of table-like surface. Your kitchen table, your kitchen side, your coffee table, whatever is a long kind of flat smooth surface, to really just simply have a race. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how I would do this. Now if you can get down to the floor, I would say to get your feather, come down to the floor, and you're going to pop it on the floor. You're then going to come down as low as you can on the floor and you're going to blow it as hard as you can to see how far you can get it. And then what you can do is you can move along the floor, however you feel comfortable to, and then keep blowing it until you get to the end kind of finishing line. What's really fun about this exercise is it can promote a little bit of competition between you and your family, and it's a really good way to kind of use your breath. It's looking how to exercise those really deep breaths in and letting them out. And also to promote different kind of movement, especially if you're on the floor, you're moving in maybe a slightly more unusual way to what we do in our everyday lives. And if you are using a table, it's maneuvering around that table and trying to get your feather to the end line. And I want to know who is the winner out of your family in the feather race. Good luck. So now we're moving on to exercise 4, which is what I named as raining feathers. So this can be done in a multiple of ways. The first way I'm going to suggest is on your own. And then the second way is when you can use more than 1 or 2 people would be the best. You can also do this exercise standing, seated, and laying down like we did in the first exercise. So again, it's really versatile to your needs. So what you're going to do is if you're on your own, you're going to take as many feathers or pieces of paper as you have, and you're going to throw it up as high as you can up into the sky. And then you're going to let them fall to the ground and you're going to watch them as they fall, all of the different colours. And you can keep repeating this. You can throw it up and let them fall, and up and let them fall, and seeing where they land. Then if you're working with more than one person, You can have one person that is seated or laying down, or they can be standing. I would maybe say the person that's less able to throw and use their arms is to be the person that is kind of enjoying the exercise. And the second person can be someone that can take the feathers above that person. So for instance, I have someone that's sitting down. You can take those feathers as high as you can, and then you could let them just trickle down on top of the participant or in front of them. And what's really nice is that that person can really enjoy watching them fall to the ground, swooping, swaying all down to the floor. And what this is really promoting is exercising their movement responses, and especially their eye tracking as well. So tracking the colours, and this is really works with these as they're so bright and colourful. It's really supporting that for that participant. Okay, so we're on to exercise number 5, which I have called the bird game. Now this is probably my favourite activity when it comes to feathers, and it's really good. The more people you have and the more feathers or pieces of paper or whatever you have, the better. So I'm going to show you 2 demonstrations. I'm going to demonstrate once standing up, and then the second one is seated, but I'm going to do a little explanation beforehand so you understand the concept. So in your groups and pairs, you're going to nominate one person to be the bird. Now this bird needs to strike a pose, a shape, a position, whatever's comfortable for them, that they can keep still. That's the key. You want to pull any shape and stay absolutely still. The other people that are in the group, they're then going to take all of the feathers, or as many feathers as you have, and you're going to take them and you're going to balance them onto every single body part you can think of. So you can balance it on your head, your shoulders, hands, arms, legs, feet, wherever you can balance them onto the bird. So that's the most important thing, is that the bird needs to keep really still so the other people can balance the feathers on top of them. And once you've balanced every single feather or every single piece of paper you have, you're going to take some, you're going to move back away from the bird. And the bird with all of their feathers on them are going to shake, turn, shimmy, whatever you want to. And you're going to shake all of those feathers off into the air and let them fall down to the floor. And it looks really amazing, and it's such a good laugh to do it. You can see all the different colours, and you can really enjoy to shake all those feathers off. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you with my helpful mum being the person that's going to put the feathers on me, and I'm going to be the bird. Now, I can hope you all agree that that looks really good fun, and what would be really nice is if you can film it or take pictures of you playing with your feathers, then please do and send it in to us, as I'd really love to see your bird shapes or other feather games that you come up with. And as I mentioned earlier, that not all of these exercises may be suitable for you. I want to give you as much thoughts and things to do as possible so you can pick and choose and just have a really good time. And you might even want to come up with your own games. There is endless possibilities of what you can do with feathers or your simple pieces of paper. It just makes games and movement just so much more fun, and you're learning so much within your body. Yeah, it's going to be really good fun. I hope you enjoy it, and the poster is there to support you and give you a little explanation and some pictures for you to make sure you're doing it correctly. Stay safe, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you all so much for taking part in this video's creative dance exercise. I hope you had a really great time and you enjoyed the content that I've given you. Please make sure that you share any videos, pictures or feedback to us at Jasmine Hall Dance using the email jasminehall.dance@gmail.com or message us privately or share on our Facebook and Instagram page, Jasmine Hall Dance. We really appreciate all of your feedback and any words that you may have to make any future projects better. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this exercise. If this was a free one on our Facebook and Instagram in August. And if you are watching these as part of the purchased packages, again, we hope you enjoy it and please move on to the next exercise. Thank you all very much for your support.